Hello, noobs. Well, it's a good morning from me to you, or good afternoon from me to you, or good evening, or if you're finishing up your day, good night. But for me, it's morning. So I haven't really been doing anything except for I started working, so I haven't really been uploading any videos. So I'm gonna go ahead and do one right now, sending my farmers up, because right now I can't really play the game. So I'm gonna send farmer, and while I'm doing that, I can talk to you about what's been going on. So as you know, our KvK 2 in like a few weeks ago, right? And can I kill some barbs real quick? Yeah, we'll kill some barbs real quick so I can get my AP out of the way. So nope, we're gonna. In my previous videos, I said you should use your peacekeepers to so that way you can get better rewards, and that's what they're for. Peacekeepers is to do barbs and barb forts, except for Lohar. Lohar, you know, you only do barbs with, not forts. I mean, he can do them. I'm not saying he can't do them, but he's better off. He's better for barbs than forts. But if you notice my safe slots, the blue, the red, and I guess this goldish yellow or gold. Yeah, the first group is what I usually send out when I'm gonna fight, right? And the second one, this is how I design mine, are the ones that I need to get XP for. So that's what I'm doing now. Because you can get XP from doing your from barbs. So you know, you can use any commander to do barbs, but you know, you're better off doing peacekeepers, especially when you're doing like the MG. During the MGE, you have to kill so many barbs. Use peacekeepers. When you're doing any event that requires you to do a lot of barbs, where you're using a lot of your AP, use peacekeepers. But in general, you can use anything you want. So like if you're just gonna kill a few barbs, it doesn't matter what you have. I could use this first group if I wanted to, but I'm using this group because this group is the group that I want to try to get a lot of XP for. So I'm using my Edward or Woodstock and what's her name? I think that's Mulan. I think, I don't remember. So no, okay, well, that's what I'm using. And then we'll show you the second one. It's my Alex and Constantine, right? And then that's my Kako and Genghis. And I'm using Ragnar and Bjorn, my Vikings, right? And at the end, oh, that's it. Yeah. Okay, so that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to do a few barbs, and just to let you know, I've been working. That's why I haven't really done anything with my channel, and I do apologize for that. I will try to figure out a good system into where I can do both. So if anything, I'm going to try to start out with maybe just at least one video. And if you're also following, I have another account, my Mubaka account, that's in 1837, which is in KvK. They're doing KvK 5, but they're doing Heroic Anthem. And I truly apologize for that, because I haven't really done anything with that channel. So please, I'm going to do another video specifically for over there. But to give you an idea, if you see this, if you look at these icons, see the little event one, and there's this one where you can get your stuff, buy stuff, and then the middle one, we're going into Light of Darkness. So we finished the preparation, we went through the restoration, we've gone through matchmaking, and here's our team. So we are paired with 2178, 2181, and 2194. So that's our team. I should have done this a few days ago, where we could see who we will be going against. And did I wonder if I still have it out here? Other personal. So this was from our king, and he said, I'm holding a bet on who is our next KvK3 opponent. The payout, here they go. So our opponents is either going to be 70, 91, or 76. And that, I believe that's 2170, 2191, or 2176. We played against these guys already. We already had opponent 76, so we know how they are. And they're a good group. So I think that's 2170, and I believe they were our ally. And 2191, that was I think that was another ally of ours from KvK2. You know what? I don't even remember. And it was just a few weeks ago. But anyways, so that's what's going on right now. I haven't placed a bet because I just don't do that, and I'm kind of hoping it's 70 or 76. To tell you the truth, 70 because they're an HC kingdom, and 76, well, you know, we fought them last in our KvK2, so it'd be nice to finish what we had started with them at the end. So that's what's going on with me. Like I said, I do apologize. I've been working, and so that's what's been keeping me away from the game. I don't play as much neither. Usually in the mornings, when I'm commuting, I take care of doing a little barbs, sending out my farmers, and that's basically what I'm doing. So that's what I'm doing with all my accounts, and at the same time, I'm trying to get some things done. So by the end of this KvK, I will be able to start training my T5s, and I'll give you a good look of what's going on there. Let me do a few barbs and send my farmers out. I just want to waste some AP because always try to use your daily AP, either doing forts or do barbs, just because it replenishes. You can do this probably two and a half times. So if you start in the morning, and you can check during lunch to see how far your AP has improved. What's going on over here? We are in Mightiest Governor, right? So we have the Tamaris wheel again. I mean, as a commander. So I already have her. I'm not going to try to do anything. I'm just going to get my points, and that's it, to get my rewards. So I'm going to do the bare minimum. I would like to do more, but I'm just not. I have not saved anything because it wasn't long before we have finished KvK2 that it was like 2 weeks later. It's like, all right, we're doing KvK3 now. It's like, really? We just left. So there's not really much downtime to recuperate from the last KvK. The only good thing about doing KvK3 Light versus Darkness is that it's kind of boring, because this will be my third one, I believe. Yeah, it'll be my third one, and well, technically it's my second one, but I say my third one because when I left 1837 in the middle of KvK3, so I didn't even finish theirs, or I didn't even finish it over there. But we had already gone into the altar, and it was soon after, like a day or two after that, we had already been into altar for like the second time, I think it was, because I was there for the first time. It had some issues with leadership over there, and I just didn't like. Long story short, I just didn't like the non-transparency that we had with our leadership, because everything was their decision making was so late on everything that we didn't get to try to lower our kingdom's power. And when they finally made the decision to do anything about it, it was real late. So that's one thing that pissed me off. It was quite upsetting. There was like there was like the transparency that we had during our KvK2 where we kicked ass. We did real good in that. I mean, the whole leadership passed down messages and the plan the R5s that were in the kingdom and all that. But we knew exactly what was going on. And then for a KvK 3, everything was done so late. It was like everything was half-assed done. Sorry for the cursing, but everything was like everything was really half done, you know. And then they couldn't decide on anything. It's like, really, it's not that hard, you know. So, oh shit, never mind. And so that's what really got to me. And then when we got to our first doing our first doing the ancient ruins for the first time, there was a little mix up there, and I kept on getting kicked out of the alliance that was doing it, and it happened like 3 times, and I'm like, I don't know what the hell's going on. So I don't know if it's because I was very boisterous and very giving my opinion, which I have to admit, in 1837 at that time, they really didn't like that. So screw you, leadership of that time in 1837, because y'all suck. Y'all really do. And in my opinion, you kind of still do. But then again, I don't pay attention no more. I'm in one of the other alliances that really doesn't do anything. We're barely hanging by a thread. There's not that enough active people. Because like I said, in 1837, there's been a lot of people that has migrated. And in my opinion, it's pretty much a dead kingdom. They're trying very, very hard. They've been very, very lucky during their KvKs because they have a good... There's one thing I will give 1837. They have good diplomacy, or they do very good diplomacy, because they always line themselves up with allies that can get them a decent win. If they don't come in first or second, they will definitely come in third or fourth, depending on what their allies are. But they manage to always get into that winning alliance with the other kingdoms. So they always have aligned themselves with the winning on the winning side. Let's put it that way. So, like I said, they are they have been lucky in that instance. So. And all I'm doing is just doing what you see here, doing a few barbs, sending out my farmers, because after I do this with my other accounts too, I start work, and I may or may not come. I won't be able to come back to this until later this evening, and at that point I'm so tired that mentally tired, I should say, because when you're mentally tired, you're also physically tired, and I really just don't want to do anything else, and I'll be like, oh man, I should do a video, and then I'm like, yeah, but I am like, shoot, this is weird. Oh, I like the way, see, this is from the update, so now you can specifically delete what you want to delete. Oh, okay, that's awesome. I kind of sort of liked it the other way, but this is kind of cool. So this is new, so we're looking at this. So, oh, there it goes. We'll do that. Boom. And so now you have your scouting reports will go here. Your peacekeeping, I don't know what that is. So, and then you'll have your battle reports. So that's kind of cool. So that's new. Interesting. Is there anything over here? So let's see. Nope. Nope. Okay, so let's go back over here. So that's what's new. If the Ceroli, if you want to see, I've done quite a few Ceroli. So if you go into my channel and go into the events, you should see Ceroli. Eventually, I'll end up doing this. I have 2 more days besides today, so I'll try to do that. The mightiest governors going on, Tamaris, the now or never. So. And I need stars, so I may or may not be able to get the 48 minutes that are required to do this, but I do need stars. The mighty army, well, after I do the reset, I'll get this. So, in daily gathering, that should be no problem. That's coming up. That's the only thing that's going on. Like I said, we're doing the light of darkness here in a few days. So if you see on here, the announcement will be coming up on 9/14, which is after reset. So we'll have the announcements, and then on 16 we'll have the pre-KvK, which is which is the Eve of the Crusade. So you know that, you've seen that. I'll try to make a recording for that, and then at September 22nd, we'll go into Lost Kingdom, and we'll be doing that. So let me give you a little heads up on lightness versus darkness for all you noobs that are new to the game. If you've been in the game but you haven't gone to this part, this is your KvK 3, light versus darkness. The map will be a lot smaller, so not all of your alliances that were going into Lost Kingdom in the beginning in KvK 2, it may be one alliance or two smaller in this KvK, because I don't remember. I mean, because it's been a minute. I believe and I may be wrong, but I'm gonna say it in two different ways, in such a way that I should cover myself. I do not remember, but you will have one of your alliance kingdoms that you're going to be going into this KvK 3 with are going to be either in Zone 4 with you, or you're going to share the Zone 5. I do not remember. So it's either Zone 4 or Zone 5. Definitely Zone 5, you will be sharing it with one of your allies. Alright, so you will be sharing Zone 5 with one of your allies. That I do remember. Okay. And light versus darkness, your KvK 3, light versus darkness, it's all about honor. Not so much the points. I mean, you gotta go through the chapters which have changed, and you'll get to them a lot quicker than you would if you saw in KvK 3. I mean, sorry, KvK 2. The chapters you have a lot more days, and you're gonna go through the same chapters, but they're gonna come a lot quicker. Like the Altar of Darkness, it'll come a lot quicker, because as soon as you do the rebuilding of your fortress, right? You go through all that, and then you decide what color. And I believe you have to go into so each team can hold up to 4 kingdoms, as you can see here, and the king can either choose to create own team or join a team that already has been created. So this is our team, right? And then it goes, so that's what that is. What else goes on? If we do see any fighting, we may or may not see any fighting in Zone 5, or is it Zone 6? I don't remember. The only other difference is I think it's 6. Not so much Zone 5, but I think it's Zone 6 where we really get to see the enemy. The ancient ruins, it's not going to be that hard, but it's one of those ones where I think the Altar of Darkness, where you can only send in one march. It's not like in KV2 where you can send in 2 or 3. In the ancient, in this one you can only send one, and we may or may not see any fighting there. If we don't see it in Zone 5 or Zone 6, we may see some fighting in Zone 5. I mean, in the ruins. And if we don't see any fighting in the ruins, the only time we will see fighting, if any, will be for the fight for Lost Kingdom. So yeah, so that might be the only time we may see fighting. In the previous time that I did the light versus darkness was with Kingdom 1787, which they made it fun. We had a lot of fun with when I was in 1787. I had a lot of fun. And I did that with my Mubaka account, which is in 1837 now, because I had left 1787 because I was kind of going to retire that account, and I didn't want to leave that account there because it's very, very organized. They are very, very transparent with their plans. Everybody knows what's going on. Everybody knows what they're going to do next. Everybody knows whatever the plan is, or whatever changes within the plan. Everybody knows through Discord, through the R5s, the king, who is ever, because it's a rotating king there. But the leadership has always been transparent with their plans, and what they're doing and what we need to do next. And that's what I miss. 1837 used to do that, and they don't do that as much back then when I was with them before I migrated. And it was very, very sad, and I was very, very pissed off. And it was one of those times, because 1837 was my first kingdom, right? That's my home kingdom. If I ever called any kingdom my home, 1837 is my home kingdom, and I have a love-hate relationship with that kingdom. I love that kingdom because that was my first kingdom that I was in, and I hate it because what it is now, what it has become. And like I said, a lot of people have left there. There's been quite a few that have migrated there and helped my friends that are still there. And some are stuck because they're so high in power that they can't leave because it's just too many passports for them. And then we're talking about like above 40 passports, 35 or above, or 30 or above. So yeah. So that's why they're still there. But a lot of the bad apples have left, but then again, I haven't been there, so I really don't know anybody except for the ones that I know from when I used to be there. But it's like I said, I have a love-hate relationship with 1837. But anyways, but I will make a good effort to capture everything that's going on and let y'all see what's going on when we go into light versus darkness. I do want to apologize if I missed anything, because I more than likely will, especially when my job starts getting more busy for me. So yeah. So that's the thing for me. So let's go ahead and finish this. Let's go ahead and do this. So I did say I've been trying to, I may or may not have T5s. Well, let's put it this way. I'm going to make very, very hard efforts to start researching and training my T5s, because I'm doing medical course right now. I have 12 days left to get 9, and then I'm going to get 10. So I'm either going to, once I get 10 here, I just need to get these over here to 10. So, and I'm going to concentrate on I'm a calves guy, so I'm probably more likely going to do calves first. So I need to get this to 10, right? That's 54 days, and this is going to be the same thing. So, and then I need to do my infantry, right? Once I get those to 10, and I still need to work on my archers, but then once I do that, all these are the same. I still need to get Medical Corps 10 and Sanctum 10. And this one would be Medical Corps 10 and Privis 10. And if I do this one, Medical Corps 10 and Plate Armor 10, right? Which is this one right here. These all need to be 10. I'm not really going to be working on my, I won't do my archers until after I already have my calves and my infantry done. I do need to do combined arms and encampment. This will improve my attack, and this will improve my defense. So these definitely need to be 10. But to actually do these, I just need Medical Corps 10 and that. So I'll probably, once I'm done here with 10, I'm going to make a big effort to get my stirrups to 10 and my plate armor to 10, so that way I can start getting my elite knights going. Tunic knights. So these will be my T5s, and then once I get my at the same time, I might go ahead, I might do this one because it's only 15 days and this one's only 7 days. I might do this. I'm gonna try to get this to 7 to 8 and this one to 7 to 8. Then I'm gonna work on these because this is important too. So I do need to increase these two. You might want to, if you get to this point, you might want to consider getting your combined arms to 10 and your encampment to 10. But I'm in a rush to get my T5s, right? But and I'm doing this because we're going to migrate again after, I think after KvK 4. So, and I'm going to go back to do KvK 2 again. And once we go back to that kingdom, we may not leave. That might be like our kingdom to stay in. So once we find a kingdom to go back to, it will be more than likely that this account, and well, specifically this account, will more than likely stay there. My other accounts, which are my farm accounts, my two, because I have two farm accounts, this one and the other one that I'm fixing to do. So let's go ahead and do a few barbs and send out my farmers over here and collect what we can collect. So we finished with that account. So let's come over here and let's do a few barbs to finish my AP. So we're here, so let's collect, let's do that. Let's see this, so they had a lot of stuff going on here. Let's go ahead and delete all that. Delete that, we got that, we got... Okay, so fortresses. Maybe he's talking about the barb forts. That's probably what that is. So I don't do that because I'm hardly ever on this account, anyways, to begin with. And if I am, it's more in and out than anything else. So let's just go ahead and do some barbs here. And I'm just gonna do whatever I have on hand. So you can see this is who I have on my blue. And I'll show you real quick. So that's who I have in my blue slot. This is who I have in my red, and of course my farmers are always in the last one. So, but I want to get this done because I have to start work here soon. So I'm not like on a time clock, but the time that I spend is very important, because the more work I can do in less time, the better I can start billing for my time. I bill for my time. I don't. So, and my time for the work that I do is $80 an hour. So while I'm doing this, I'm gonna get my computer ready to start work. So so that's why I need to hurry up and do this. Because I need to get this done. And I need to do that other video real quick. So basically, you know what, I'm just gonna go ahead and end it here because I need to hurry up and do this, and then I'm just gonna post it. I'm gonna add some music to it. I'll try to do it as quickly as possible. But anyways, just to let you know, whatever I just did on my main account, I'm gonna do here. So I'm gonna do some bars and send out my farmers. So that's pretty much it. Collect whatever I can collect. You know, do that. Collect all this stuff because I do this early. Because I normally do this when I'm on commute. So when I come in, I just start work, and so I'm like, and I had an early errand to run, so I'm a little bit behind. So I'm not gonna even worry about that. And that's probably what he was talking about. So you know what? Let me collect that. Oops. So pretty much it. That's pretty much it. So basically, what you just saw me do, I'm gonna do that 2 more times because I gotta go to my other farmer account and I gotta go to my second account. So yeah. So let me just do a few barbs here, so I can send out my farmers. And that's basically it. I'm just getting ready for KvK 3. If you do not already know, and I'm gonna say it again, this is for KvK 4. So if you haven't done KvK 4, whichever one you're gonna choose, because there's three different scenarios that you can choose from when you do your KvK 4, which is your Heroic Anthem, Strive of 8, and the March of something. Don't remember, March of Madness or it's March of something. Anyways. So anyways, but you need to have your city hall needs to be 25 in order just to get into Lost Kingdom. If you do not have CH25, you're not going to be able to. You're not even going to be able to get on the map. You cannot teleport to Lost Kingdom. It will not allow you to do that. So let me just throw that out at you. So if you're behind on your CH, you need to get CH25 as soon as possible. By the time you get to KvK 3, you should already have CH25 because you really need it to get into the Lost Kingdom in KvK 4. I do recommend I'm going to say this because I don't think anybody should do KvK 4 if you're still far behind on your account. If you're not at the point where if you do not have your Castle 25 by the time you get to KvK 4, you might want to consider migrating to another kingdom and go back and do KvK 2 again. You might want to do is migrate after KvK 4 or in the middle of KvK 4 and go to a much older kingdom, like I did that with my Mubaka account and my Han Solo account. I was in 1608, I think it was, or 1208, or it might have been that. I don't remember. But anyways, I was in a very old kingdom, and they were very organized. They were all, in fact, even though they had so many alliances in that kingdom, all the alliances were the same color. It's all red, and they were the blood something. I don't remember. Very good group. Everybody was friendly. I think they're Imperium now, but very transparent. Very there is a fighting kingdom, and the whole kingdom is actually one. They're all one. Well, anyways, I was there with 2 of my accounts, and I was able to get commanders that were not available in the other kingdoms that I was in. And that's when I had left 1717. I went to 1208, I think it was. Anyways, that's how I was able to get my Takeda. That's how I was able to get my Edward. That was how I was able to get my William and those commanders at that time. You know, it pretty much has changed. So let me send out my farmers. So just talking about that real quick. But anyways, yeah, I do recommend do not do KvK 4 to go ahead and migrate after your KvK 3, or go ahead and go into KvK 4, right? And maybe do the first wheel, and maybe do the first MGE, or maybe do the first wait to see if Car King shows up, and do that to see if you can get some of the commanders that will not be available to you once you go back. What I do recommend, if you manage to get your Edward, because Edward is great for KvK 2. He is very good. So if you manage to get Edward, expertise him, or at least give him 5551. You also want to get your Alexander the Great. He's primed for KvK 2 and moving forward, because you will see him on the field. What you will also see on the field is your Saladin. He is great not only for KvK 2 but moving forward. Just to give you an idea, let's see. Let's go here to my commanders. If you have Khan, you will also need Khan for KvK 2, and moving forward, you will need him. These are the commanders for KvK 2 that need to be expertise. Your Alexander the Great, your Khan. If you get Edward at Woodstock, you need him for KvK 2, right? You will, if try to get your Martel at least 5551 or at least 5111. He is good. He's hard to get. Do not spin your heads on him. You get him to go keys. Yeah, it was Mulan. That's who that was. Make sure you have your where is he at? I don't see him. Oh, you know what? Because I don't have him on here. your Richard and your YSG. I do not have him on this account because I chose not to have them two on this account. And I never got them on this account. So make sure your Richard and your YSG are max. Not so much the Richard. You can get away with the 5111 Richard, but he does lose his value over time. As you go into KvK 3 and KvK 4, you will see a Richard out on the field, but there's such better commanders. There are so many better commanders you get, because when you go into KvK 3, you'll see a lot of. Do I have him? No, I don't have him. You will see a lot on the field. You'll see a lot of Constantine, Saladin, right? But you will also see a lot of Guan. You will see a lot of Guans. So that's your next. You will see a lot of Guans. If you have a Wetsutian, you will need her, and you get her through KvK 2 at the end. So I didn't get a chance to get her. You will find Harold and Cyrus and Nebuchadnezzar. So those are good commanders to have. I do not recommend Hannibal Braca. In fact, Hannibal. If you have you won't. If you're free to play, you're not going to have Hannibal. And if you're free to play, also you're not going to have Mina. You will not have Mina either. So don't even worry about them, because they lose value anyways. Mina is only good for KvK 1 and 2. But if you're free to play, you're not even going to have Mina or Hannibal. But anyways, that's what that is. So let's clean and read. So that'll work. All right, so that's pretty much it for me, because what you just saw, I'm gonna do that 2 more times. So let me go ahead and end this video, and wish y'all a good day. Like I said, I'll try to, I think that's what I needed to, yep. I'll try to do better on my videos. Try to at least do one. Anyways, talk to y'all later. Have a good day. And like I always say, do the best you can with what you have. Later.